Hey, this is Elsie, and this is my final project. The topic I chose that we studied is about the Greek era, and I did sort of a research paper on it. Okay, while many stories include the origins of characters and the origins of myth, Greek mythology does not. The earliest Greek mythology were part of an oral tradition during the Bronze Age, where they were passed down from generation to generation. Since then, everyone has become familiar with the epic poems written by Homer, which show how the gods had intervened in the lives of humans. Although the stories are amazing and well known today, it didn't really introduce the gods or the origins. That all changed around 700 BC when Hesiod's Theogony offered the first origin story of the gods. It gives a detailed family tree of the gods and their powers, and how they descended from Gaia, Earth, Uranus, Sky, Pontos, the sea, and Tartarus, the underworld. Thanks to the theology, Greek writers and artists used it as a source of their stories or artwork. In the stories, the gods lived atop a mountain named Mount Olympus, instead of the heavens, in which every other deity is referred to living in. They lived atop there where they ruled over the humans and intervened in their lives. While there are many gods and goddesses, there are 12 main gods, often referred to as the Olympians. The 12 are Zeus, who is the king of the gods and god of the sky, Hera, queen of the gods and goddess of marriage, Aphrodite, goddess of love and beauty, Apollo, god of prophecy, music, and poetry, Eris, god of war, Artemis, goddess of the hunt and the moon, Athena, goddess of wisdom, Demeter, goddess of agriculture and grain, Dionysus, god of wine, Hephaestus, I can't really pronounce it, god of fire and metalworking, Hermes, god of travel and hospitality, also is Zeus's personal messenger, and Poseidon, god of the sea. While there are many other gods and goddesses, these are the most known, and even Hades, who is the god of the underworld, is the most known. Around every god and goddesses there is a story, whether it be about how they came to be or how they helped a hero on their quest. Two of the most well-known stories are the Iliad and the Odyssey, written by Homer. The Iliad is about the Trojan War and follows Achilles during the war, and how the gods intervened and chose a side during this Trojan War. The Odyssey is about the king of Ithaca, Odysseus, and his journey home after the war, and how the gods helped along the way, or how some tried to stop him from getting home. One of my favorite stories is not really a well-known one. It is about Eros and Psyche. Like all stories surrounding the gods, these two had to overcome many obstacles before they could finally be together. This is one of the few with happy endings. The people of ancient Greece were heavily influenced by the gods. They always sought advice from them or would seek help from them during hard times. The Greeks built monuments in honor of the gods and in order to please them. They also did something referred to as Greek drama. Greek drama was sort of a ritual for the gods, and each ritual was different depending on which god they were trying to please or ask for help. Some cities were even named after the gods, such as Athens, which is named after Athena. The Athenians built a sculpture of Athena in the Parthenon in honor of her after she won a contest against Poseidon by growing an olive branch. They are both well known around the world, and many travel miles just to see them in person. Even though the Greek era has long since passed, their architecture and art is still influences us today. Even the mythology is used as a source for literature and for reference in songs. No matter how long ago civilization has existed, we're always going to be influenced by it. Some of the main influences we see today is mostly in literature. I have seen many books written that are based off the mythologies, such as the Percy Jackson series, which is the most popular one. There also have been shows about them, but not many that I know of. And I've also heard songs based off of these. I know that the K-pop group BTS had done a performance based off of the gods. Each of the members represented a god, and each performance represented their power. But today you can still see them in architecture. Their epic poems are still well known today. In some high schools they still make you read them. They teach them. They're really great stories to read, and if one has the time, they should really look into it because they are really interesting. Although I never really liked history, this has got to be one of my favorite ones. And I know it wasn't the best project, but I hope you enjoy and you have a great summer.